Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to do a video while I had the chance. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about on this video. I kind of have some ideas, or at least kind of with talking about the way I'm feeling. Because again, as I've stated before, this is a pretty good way of essentially it's a journal. It's a video journal that I get to upload and share online. And just talking about things similar to writing in a journal can be pretty helpful in processing and kind of just working through emotions and feelings. But I wanted to do it while I had the chance, while my roommate is out and about. If you guys watched previous videos, I guess I'll just say it again. I recently got a roommate that moved into this bedroom. I haven't had a shared bedroom in about 40 years since Eddie's passing. And I knew it was going to happen eventually. It's not like I'm not I wasn't counting on it, but it's I don't know, like I'm not opposed to it, but I feel like it's been affecting me more than it probably should. I think just I kind of got used to having a bit more of personal space and kind of like a sanctuary in here, and now that's kind of been intruded upon. Nothing against my roommate, of course. He seems pretty nice, and we've been getting along pretty well. So I am really thankful for that. And it makes me feel kind of like guilty, or like bad about myself for having these feelings. But I guess I should elaborate a little bit more. Been feeling like trapped. I think what I'll probably title this video is like claustrophobic or trapped. That's been kind of how I've been feeling the past week since he's moved in. And again, it's not anything to do with himself as a person, but just the fact that I'm now sharing a bedroom with somebody else, and there's a lot less personal space. I think it's further compounded by the fact that he is apparently working night shift, and right now it's part-time, but I think he said in our house meeting this evening that he was going to go to full-time. So it's kind of further compounded because now, if he's going to be working full-time night shift, obviously he's going to be out at work at night and then sleeping during the day. So I have to be a little more cautious or quiet with my actions, which I don't mind. And I understand. I'm not like, complaining about it, but it just kind of further is just like another thing I have to like, I guess I'm less free. And so I think that is also contributing to just a feeling of trapped. But also, I guess on a grander scale too, I've been feeling like trapped in like just my mind, trapped in my body, trapped in this life. I don't know how to really articulate it. I don't know if you guys have experienced anything similar, especially in terms of recovery. I guess this feeling is kind of reminiscent or similar to times where, a few years ago, after my destruction with all the nitrous oxide binge, and I was coping by drinking beer every day. The days where I couldn't find a way to make money or get money to buy beer, I had this like just very sense of like claustrophobic feeling, or just like this panicky feeling that I wouldn't be able to get the relief from having alcohol to, just essentially just numb myself, and to cope with the destruction that I had caused. So I wouldn't say it's quite like that, but it's kind of somewhat similar. And I'll be honest too, I have actually been having pretty significant cravings to want to drink. or you know, even use like nitrous oxide, which I haven't had. You know, when I have had cravings over the past, you know, year and, you know, three, it's hard. Well, it's gonna be wow, is it gonna be 16 months? July 30th. Yeah, because March 30th, that's 3:30, so 4 months would be 7:30. Yeah, so 4 plus 12, 16 months. Wow. You know, during this whole time, I really haven't had much like cravings for nitrous oxide. It's been primarily just like, you know, beer, like, oh, hey, beer sounds good right now, or, you know, whether that's just for the effects, like on a superficial level, like the taste and the inebriation, or on a grander scale of, you know, like, hey, I want to kind of just cope with how I'm feeling, or, you know, numb how I'm feeling. But now it's just like, I kind of just like anything to kind of not feel the way I've been feeling. But, you know, I'm pretty solid. I'm glad that I'm pretty solid in my recovery. I'm not really concerned about relapsing or going out and using, primarily because I am living in the sober living house. So that's a really great source of accountability. And it just, I don't know, it's just frustrating. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I can't even explain how I'm feeling. You know, not even to like out loud to the video, just to, like, even in my inner dialogue to myself. And it's, you know, it's frustrating because if I can't really pinpoint a specific reason, then you know, that makes finding a solution more difficult, because, I mean, if you know what the problem is, you know, then you can work on finding a solution. But if you don't know what the problem is, then it's, you know, it's like, how do you figure out what to do to take care of it? So my hope is that as time passes, well, I guess there is kind of good news. I'll say in a second or a minute, but as time passes, I think it'll get a little bit better. You know, I just need to just try to find ways to find my own personal space. I did want to do a video yesterday out in the park, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to. There's a lot of people out and about, and I just couldn't find a good place to sit down with my phone and record a video. But I think going out and finding areas for me to kind of just like hang out for a while can, you know, ameliorate some of these feelings, and just continuing doing the self-care and staying active that I have been doing. You know, I'm still going to the gym, which I'm so thankful for. You know, that just helps me tremendously in terms of my mental health and my physical health, of course. But I guess the good news is there's been talks. Apparently, we might be shifting around some of the rooms, and I might possibly be getting my own personal room, where someone is currently staying, but that person's going to move to another room that was originally a 2-person room, but they're going to make it a 1-person room. And since I'm the third in line for seniority, I would get that now vacant, or the then vacant single bedroom. So that would ameliorate a lot of things. And I think it would be helpful. What I'm hoping to do too is that if/when that happens, I think what I would like to do is buy a desk. I don't know how. Hopefully I can find one for like free or like really cheap on Craigslist or something. But I think having a desk and a chair would help kind of, I don't know, like lessen the feeling of kind of just trapped, or just like feeling this lessen this feeling of, I don't know, just sitting on the floor and like at a computer screen, like as my desk, you know, just hasn't really been doing it for me. And you know, it does limit the things I can sometimes do. It, you know, like playing computer games on the computer. It's a lot harder to use a keyboard and mouse. It's a lot harder to be productive if I'm going to, write emails, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just not really good for my posture, and it's been hurting my knees. So I probably could have gotten a desk in here, but I've held off on that just because I don't want to take up too much room. But if I have my own, like an actual designated single bedroom, then I can do that. So I think that would also help. And then, yeah, just, I do actually feel better kind of talking about it, even though I feel like I haven't really said anything productive or thoughtful. But just even talking about it, is already kind of feeling like it's helping. Yeah, I don't know. It just, it's just frustrating. It's just, I don't know. And then also, it's, I think also still dealing with the feeling of, just like lack of purpose or just, lack of meaning. It's like, I'm having all my needs met. Like if you're looking at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I guess I'm struggling with that self-actualization. I guess maybe the love component. I think another thing too, why I want to start, what I've been wanting to do, but I just haven't, is get back into going down to the recovery cafe. I haven't been there physically in a while. I've been doing my recovery meetings over Zoom, and I still haven't had a chance to volunteer. Part of that is just because sleeping in or having things come up, like rearranging my schedule to try to meet with some of my peers. So a morning that I could have woken up early enough to go to the gym and to the cafe, taken up by a rescheduling of a session with a peer. So kind of just things here or there in there that have kind of just been a bit of a barrier to that. I wouldn't say prevented it, but I've made it more challenging. It would be great if like the hour, like the time they served lunch was like shifted by like an hour or two. That would be ideal. Of course, I'm not expecting them to, like, I would never expect any accommodations, made because I want it that way. Nor would I demand or, even verbalize, something of that sort. But I think that would help too, is just going to the cafe and like that social interaction. I wouldn't say I've like been very socially isolative because I'm, I interact with the housemates on a daily basis. It's pretty hard not to. But I guess I haven't really had much of like a fulfilling social interaction with somebody. It would be nice to go out with make friends, or, even also develop maybe, a physical, an intimate relationship with somebody. But that's tricky because I'm not looking for a long-term relationship. And so that limits the options available. And I'm also really bad about, like breaking the ice or like a pickup game, so it's hard to kind of initiate something in that direction with somebody. It kind of just needs to or it has just happened previously, earlier in my life. But that's not so much a concern. I'm not so worried about that. But just some sort of meaningful interaction with people, I think, would be helpful. Yeah. And I'm bored. I think boredom, too. Like, I've just been kind of getting a little bored of just this routine I'm doing. It's like, it's nice that I don't have to, like, work a 9 to 5, and it feels like I'm on the daily grind. I'm really thankful for that privilege. But at the same time, it's just like, I feel like I'm starting to now not get so much excitement out of life, especially now that sobriety, the novelty of sobriety is kind of wearing off now that I'm hitting, getting towards that 1.5 year mark. Because before it was a newer thing, so it's like, oh cool, like not always enjoyable, but at least it was more mentally stimulating, with feeling more feelings and having more emotions and more clarity. But now I'm kind of getting used to that. And so, sobriety is not such a new toy, essentially, for my mind to play with. And so yeah, I need to figure out something else too to be more mentally stimulating. I guess that's also been mixed in with the fact that my peers have been meeting with me less consistently. I haven't gotten any more matches recently, so I've been a little anxious about finances. And also it just would be nice to be able to buy myself nicer or some nice things. It would be nice to work towards building a decent gaming computer so I can play games, and like I said, like a desk. If I can make that happen, that would be cool. And of course, just not having to worry about rent. But I should be okay for this next month. I do have various ways of making a little bits of money here and there, so yeah, I don't know. Sorry guys, I know this isn't a very entertaining video. I mean, like I said, I wasn't kind of even thinking of wanting to make one because I didn't have an idea, but I figured I'd take advantage of this time while I have it, just to make a video. But yeah, hopefully I can work out something else too, where I can maybe find another spot, or have that change happen and I'll have my own bedroom, and that would really help give me the environment to make videos again without having to worry about timing. That way when inspiration hits, it's like, oh well, my roommate's asleep and there's no suitable place outside for me to go. It's like, oh well, shoot. Whereas here it's like I have a suitable time, but it's like just not very inspirational. So I don't know. Yeah, because I do want to make more content. I enjoy making content, and especially, the interaction I get with you guys. So, that is on the to-do list as well. But yeah, I'm going to end it here, especially it's starting to get warm in here. I'm going to turn this air conditioner back on. Play some Raid Shadow Legend. I'm doing that again to get some cash offers. I'm not technically supposed to because I've done it multiple times, but I sign up with different accounts, so I'm considered a new user. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. But it's nice to be able to play games and like actually make a decent amount of money, like, because I can do these games and also do the surveys or the studies, like through Cloud Research and Prolific have been both helpful. So it's like I can multitask of multiple ways of making money. And it's nice. I probably would be better off like making more per hour if I were to actually find like even like a real job, even if it was just minimum wage. But I like the flexibility that this provides me. Where I can have that, I can act more spontaneously. I was gonna say it like kind of on impulse, but I wouldn't even say impulsively. I haven't really been impulsive. But it is nice to have that spontaneity. So I'm gonna do that and just chill out. Hopefully, go to bed early tonight. I think my roommate will be getting back from. I think he's going to an intake or something for his outpatient. And then I don't know if he'll try to get a nap in before he has to leave for work at midnight. So I'm just gonna chill and just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad too because it's like I said a little earlier, kind of in the regard like I should feel like happy. I should feel excited, and that I have everything provided for. I have food and a house, and access to the internet, and access to all sorts of good stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, just kind of feeling some anhedonia, just like not as much interest, and makes me feel guilty. It's like, well, you should feel happy, like you should be excited, you should feel happy, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. So, all right, well, guys, I'm gonna sign off here. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know, like, if you guys, I would like to hear your comments. If you've made it this far. I would love to hear your thoughts or feelings on kind of, if you can relate to the feelings of kind of trapped or claustrophobia, whether that is related to recovery or not, maybe not necessarily because of recovery and sobriety, but maybe some other conditions. With mine, I would say it's like part recovery and part situational with having a new roommate. So yeah, let you guys let me know in the comments. I would love to read that and kind of see what your thoughts are. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I will see you guys in the next day or two with another video, and hopefully I'll have something more exciting. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.